Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So what we think about the hair today, because this kind of hairstyle is going kind of viral on TikTok, but I'm not sure I vibe with it. I'm not sure. This is the back. I haven't actually seen the back, so just got a sneak peek there. So sorry, but I absolutely hate my background. It's just not the vibes, but I'm getting my room redone, so you won't have to put up with it for long, okay? Okay, anyway, as I was saying, today's video is how to do your own acrylic nails at home, and it's the easy version, the cheap version, whatever you want to call it. Basically, I'm not a nail tech, but I've been doing my nails now for like a year. I'm not that good, but this is my natural nails, okay? Okay, we won't talk about her. She's disgusting. But in a minute, they're going to be looking like this. I'm hoping I put a picture in there, otherwise that'd be awkward. So yeah, just a quick tutorial. My nails takes me freaking forever, but a tutorial on how to do this at home when you're a teenager, bored, whatever. Like, it's just me. I'm nothing special, and I can do it, so you can too. Let's get into it. Okay, so I've been collecting up my nail stuff now for quite a while, so I've actually started to collect some of the like not professional, but like some of the better stuff. But I am going to be putting like a cheap or like basic alternative you can use instead of what I'm using that I used before I built up my collection a bit, if you get what I mean. So this is a cuticle clipper. This is the first step. So step one is prepping the nails. So if you're a nail tech, you probably have something to push back the nails. I just use the end of this cuticle cutter. You can also use scissors, but just be really careful doing that because that can get dodgy. So the first thing you're going to want to do, these are my nails, and look at your nail and you'll see like a layer of like cuticles on it, and you literally just want to really push all that cuticle off your nail like that. Push it all down. And if you've got long cuticles, you might have like a strip at the bottom, and that's where the cutter comes in, and you just go around and snip it. And prepping the nails is quite important because if you want the nails to stick, prep is really important. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around each nail, push all of them down, and then snip the excess cuticle off, and I'll come back for the next bit of the prep. Okay, so I've just done all my cuticles, and you probably can't tell, but they should just look a lot more like clean. This is an example of what not to do. So I cut too deep, so don't do that because it's wrong and it hurts, especially when you have to put all the other stuff on. So try not to do that. Next step is to just lightly file your nails. If you're scared about ruining the nails, you can use a buffing block, but before I got a buffing block I would just use a nail file, and you're basically just making the surface of the nail rough so that the acrylic can stick better to it. So and make sure you get in all the corners and just create a rough texture on your nail. So basically just getting rid of the nail shine, so like that. So they're the normal, and then these are them after they've been buffed. So just do that on all your nails, get rid of all the nail shine, because this helps the acrylic adhere. Okay, so I've done that, and the next step you want to do is get a nail dehydrator, or so cheap alternative to this. So this is what this one looks like. It was just on Amazon for like £3 or £4, pretty cheap. But if you don't want to get that, you can just use your acetone, which is like nail polish remover, and you just need to quickly just do like a layer just over all your nails, just a quick one. It doesn't have to be neat, and this is just gonna again dehydrate the nails so that the acrylic sticks better. So this is quite an important step, so try not to forget this. And obviously, like I said, you can use acetone. You don't have to buy this, but this is pretty cheap, so it's probably worth it. Okay, so the next step is gluing the nail tips up. So you can buy nail tips from anywhere. These ones came, like I bought like an acrylic nail set from AliExpress, and it just came with everything. It was literally like £15, and it came with all the stuff I needed to like start doing acrylic nails. So these were just, you can buy these off Amazon for pretty cheap, and you can buy whatever shape you want, and basically they'll look like this. They'll have like a strip and then like a long nail, and all you have to do, this is quite important actually, so you've got to find a thing that fits your nail. But see, this looks like it fits my nail, however it's like kind of a bit too small, so it's popping off. You have to get the right size, and if you have to, you can snip the size to make them fit, because if it's too small it will just pop off, so you're better off getting one perfect fit. This one's perfect fit for me. So as you can see, I'm lining that up, checking it's perfect and fits. If I needed to, I would chop them off, which I will do in a bit of a thing. I'm using a Primark glue because I think Primark glue is actually the best nail glues. The ones I've tried to buy offline, except for the one that came with this kit, are terrible, so I don't use that. So you put it on, and then you literally just pressing that on and holding it like that. So if you can see, the nail glue is just spread out. Holding it on until you feel like it's dried. Now nail glue will dry pretty quickly, and then that's what you're left with. So you just want to do that with all the nails, and if the glue has come like over, like mine, after it's dried, I like to file it off because, again, the nail needs to have like what's it called? A rough surface. So again, we're doing that for all the nails, just fitting them on. So that's too big, so you go down a size. Okay, so this one fits the nail, but the sides are a bit too big. So what I'll do is I'll get the end of the nail tip like this, and I'll just trim off the sharp edges so it's like a bit more. So if you can see, I've just trimmed them a little bit to make it fit a bit better. So now that fits perfectly, so you're going to stick that down and do that for all your nails. Okay, so once you've got them all stuck on like this, now it's like down to the shaping of the nails. So I got one of these in the kit I bought off AliExpress, but you can order one separately. Obviously when you order off AliExpress, be in mind that it will take a few months to get here. But these are pretty useful really. When I can't see how you would do it without. You could try with scissors to cut them, but I would just get one of these for cheap. So what you want to do now is you just put your nail through and cutting it to a bit longer than what you want. So that's what I want, but a bit shorter than that. So that's the length you're cutting to. And try and get an equal length all the way around. So I'm just flicking these off. Doesn't matter if they're not perfectly straight because you're going to straighten them in a minute. But if you want to go back over one, you can do. Okay, so this is what they look like now. And now you get to the shaping. So you want to get a file, and on your nail where the nail meets the plastic thing, you just want to file it down a little bit to make the bump less obvious, just so that it like the acrylic doesn't have, it won't have a bump, but just to make it even more solid. That's what I do. So just file down the corners, especially just to make the jump a bit smaller. And again, if any glue went on your actual nail, just file that off as well. Okay, so I've done all that. I'm just dusting all of it off. If you have a brush, I'll just use a makeup brush and I'll just brush over my nails like that. Okay, so that's what it should look like now. And now we get to the shaping, so you decide what shape you want. I like coffin, but you can keep them square and just file them square. So just look up online what kind of shapes you like. There's also almond, which is quite nice, but I think that only looks nice with longer nails. And I think I was going to do almond today actually, but I think I've cut my nails too short, so I'm going to just stick with coffin. So your nails we're shaping, and get this again, or scissors, whatever you fancy, and you just cut in your nails to shape. Obviously don't cut too much off because you will be filing down to get the right shape, but I just cut a bit off just to get a head start. So jeez, I think I missed it incredible. God. So I've cut them down slightly, and this is where the shaping will come in, and I'll just go in and shape them to whatever shape you want. Have some fun shaping your nails. This whole process is long, but it's therapeutic, so just stick something on and just enjoy the process, because that's what I do. I'm currently watching High School Musical because Driving Licence has just come out and it's making me miss High School Musical, so I'm rewatching it. Okay, let me quickly finish shaping this now and then I'll show you. Okay, so as you can see, this is the shaped nail. So just do that to all your nails, and obviously when you finish shaping these, do the same on the other hand. I finished finally shaping my nails and like filing them and stuff. So this is them. This is what they look like. I did add another layer of this to the nail bed just to really, oh god, I'm such a banging headache. Next step is the acrylic. When I first started, this is what came with the set. So it was just these. You can buy these so cheap. They're not great. The clear one's good. The white one is really not good, so I don't recommend using that. But the clear one is alright. I've literally been using this for like forever, and it's so good. This set comes with a brush cleaner and acrylic liquid, but I don't really use the brush cleaner that much. But this goes. This has lasted me a year actually, so that's pretty good. So this is what you can use for the cheap version. Recently, I have actually ordered a new like monomer. So this is the monomer. So I've ordered a new one of them and a new acrylic powder that I'm going to try out today. Okay, so I've got this little pot with 2 things, and I've just built it. Triggered. As I was saying, I've got acrylic and brush cleaner, and then I've got these 3 brushes that just came with like cheap with this there, but they're all really crusty. So to get rid of the crust on the brush, I kind of just like really push it into the brush cleaner and kind of do my best to like swirl it around in the brush cleaner. Basically, I don't know how I'm going to show you this. So you get your brush, dip it in the acrylic, the monomer, wipe off one side so it's still wet but not that wet. In the powder, you want to pull along like that. So don't drag, pull until you've got a ball about this size. And I always start by laying it over the middle join, but obviously if you're a nail tech you probably do it in a more professional way. But that's how I do it. So I've just laid it over the middle join to get rid of that bump. Going back into the acrylic, dotting along to get more, and again I'm just placing that over the join. And there's probably a more professional way to do this, but I do it like this because I'm only a beginner, and I just cover the nail up, but I don't go up to the cuticle yet. I just cover the nail like that, clean my brush, back into the monomer, dip, wipe one side, drag across till you got a full brush, and you just want to keep layering. Now, I personally don't mind if it doesn't look neat at this point. Get as neat as possible, but what I do is I build it up and then I'll go back and I'll just file it down to the right shape because I find it difficult to get the acrylic looking good. So that's got a thin layer of acrylic all over. And I'm just literally keep going in, keep building up with the powder. Again, remember, don't drag, dot slightly like that across the powder. And you honestly just want to keep adding acrylic until you've got a good thickness. Now, don't worry if it's not perfect because this is why I file those. Like, if you don't want to file those, then try and make it as good as you can. But you can always go in and make the nail look good, like I promise. And you just want to take your time and just kind of enjoy the process. And if there's bits that you can see don't have as much acrylic, obviously just go in and add acrylic there. So my sides never have as much acrylic, so I go in and I just go with the brush sideways. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with how mine looks. So this is how mine looks from the side. I'm going to add a bit more of a bump there just because, just add a bit of build and a bit of thickness on the nail. Now, this is really just a long, hard process, but trust me, you just need to trust the process and just honestly do your best. So yeah, I'll come back to you. Okay, so I've had to put this on because it's absolutely freezing. But these are them. So they've got acrylic all over them. Obviously, I actually prefer my cheap acrylic, so keep that in mind when ordering because I don't know why, but it just went on so much easier. This took me way longer than usual. This was just really wet for some reason. Like the acrylic was really wet and like running off my nails. So I actually preferred the cheap acrylic. But now it's the important bit, so it's the filing. So before I got my nail drill, so I got a nail drill for Christmas, but before I got my nail drill, I would literally just get a file and I would just you have to keep filing until the shape looks good. So you want to go right in the crook here at the where it meets the thing, and you just want to give your whole nail, if it's got lumps, you just want to give it all a good file and make it like round. I'm going to show you how I do it with my nail drill. And obviously with your filer as well, you want to reshape the nail because it will have gone a bit funny. So you just want to go behind the nail and completely reshape it, and you just want to get rid of all the lumps that are left and thin the acrylic out. It's really hard to control. It's so hard to control. Anyway, sorry for that first impressions for you. That's basically the gist of it. You just want to go through and shape all your nails so that they're thin at the cuticle. And again, like I said, with my file, I would just like go in like this and just make it thin here. Leave a slight, like a really slight lump, and then back down, so it gives that like curved look. And make sure you reshape all your nails as well so that they're nice and sharp. So yeah. Okay, so I've literally had to turn my light on because it's getting dark. So when I say it takes a while, it takes a while. But okay, so I've finally finished filing them. The drill was really good actually, but don't invest in that until you like really want to. So now what I'm going to do is start painting, which is my favourite bit. Now I've invested in some gel polishes, but you obviously don't have to. Like I used to use normal nail varnish and it was fine. Just make sure you use a base coat because it's a bit rough, and a top coat. Before I got any gel colours, I would just use a gel top coat, which worked perfect over normal nail varnish, so you can do that. So now's your time to go look for designs or anything you want to do. Said forever, no, I drive a low just. Okay, so I've got this little cheap gel lamp, so okay, so I'm just going to quickly do my my bottom coat. When you're using a base coat, you only want to apply a really thin layer. Okay, so I just applied a really thin base coat. So this is, if you want to keep your nails clear, like, and add like stars and stuff, this is what it will look like. Okay, so sorry about the camera quality. It's gone down because it is actually nighttime now, but these are my nails. I'm so happy with them. I really hope this video helped. I know it wasn't like a really professional tutorial, but sometimes I just feel like it's easier when someone just chats you through it. So I hope it was helpful. And if you liked, please make sure you like and subscribe. And if there's any other like videos like this that you want me to do, like nail design, stuff like that, I'll be very happy to comply. Out here with the big words. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Peace out. It's down.